Hello, it is fit and flexible time, lower body day. We don't even need any weights today for our lower body stuff, but you will need a chair. So we're going to start with our warm-ups, and we're going to start with some marching. So standing nice and tall, marching. Let the arms swing a little, let the knees lift. Let your chest be nice and open. Squeeze those shoulder blades a little bit in the back. Good, and then let that slow down. Shake out arms, shake out legs. Grab a chair for balance. If you don't want it for balance, you don't have to. I like to, just so I can not have to worry about it. But we're gonna do some standing ankle circles. So chair on the left side, let's lift our right foot and circle our right ankle. So just by lifting that right leg, we're already working the thigh. You can feel your thigh working. Circle in the opposite direction. Good. Point and flex the right foot. And we'll bring that right foot down, and then you can either turn around or switch the chair to the other side. My chair's light, so it's easy to switch it to the other side. We're going to stand on our right foot and circle the left ankle. Now we feel our left thigh working because that left leg is lifted. Circle in the opposite direction. And point and flex the left foot. Good, let's bring our left foot down. We're gonna switch that chair to the other side for some hip openers. So left hand on the chair, right hand on the right hip. Gonna stand on our left foot, bring your right knee up, open it out to the right, bring it back to center, and bring the foot down. So up, out, in, down, up, out, in, 3, up, out, in, 4, up, out, in, 5, up, out, in, 6, up, out, in, 7, up, out, in, 8, up, out, in, 9. One more on this side, up, out, in, 10. Turn around or switch your chair to the other side. Stand on the right foot, left hand on the left hip. We're going to lift our left knee, open it out to the left, bring it forward, bring the foot down. Up, out, in, 2. Up, out, in, 3. Up, out, in, 4. Up, out, in, 5. Up, out, in, 6. Stand nice and tall. Up, out, in, 7. Up, out, in, 8. Up, out, in, 9. Go ahead and set the chair aside. Take a few side swings. Separate your feet a little wider than the feet. Few little side swings, let your hips turn. Let the opposite heel lift. Pull your belly in and up a little bit, little integrity in the belly. Good, let everything slow down. That is our warm-up. So we're gonna start our lower body exercises down on the floor. We're gonna come down onto our left side. So you can just make a little pillow for your head with your hand, or you can actually grab a little pillow or something to support your head. We're going to lay on our left side. Our knees are bent, knees are stacked, hips are stacked, head, hips, and heels in a straight line. And we're just going to be working this top leg. So stretch out your top leg, your right leg, let it kind of hover. We're going to go 5 times in each direction. So we're gonna keep the right leg straight and lift it up and lower it down. Lift, down for 2. Lift, 3. Lift, 4. Lift, 5. Now let the right leg hover, and we're gonna bring it forward as far as it'll go, and then back to center. Forward, back to center. Forward, here's 3. Forward, 4. One more time. Forward and 5. It's centered. Now we're gonna keep it hovering. We're gonna bring it back as far as it'll go, and then back to center. Bring it back and to center. Back, 3. Back, 4. Back, 5. Keep the leg hovering, and we're gonna bicycle. So bring your knee up as high as it'll go and push the foot down away from you. Bring the knee up, bicycle it around for 2. Knee up and around for 3. Knee up and around for 4. Knee up and around for 5. And then you're gonna roll over to your other side or switch your head to the other side, whichever way you like. Maybe you like to face the screen. Knees and hips are stacked. Head, hips, heels in a straight line. We're gonna take that left leg, top leg, stretch it out. It hovers there. Keep it straight. Lift it up and down for 1. Lift, down for 2. Lift, 3. Lift, 4. Lift, 5. Good. Now let the leg hover. Keep it centered. We're going to bring it as far forward as it will go. It's kind of hovering. And then back to center. Bring it forward. Back to center. Forward, 3. Forward, 4. Forward, 5. Keep it centered. Now bring it back as far as it will go. And then back to center. Back to center. Back, 3. Back, 4. Back, 5. Good. Let the leg hover. We're going to bicycle. So bring your knee up and then push it down and straight and around. Bring the knee up. Bicycle it down for 2. Knee up. 3. Knee up. 4. Knee up. 5. Good job. Come on to hands and knees. Let's take 3 cat breaths. Hands and knees. Wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. We're going to exhale and round the spine. Inhale and arch the spine. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, arching. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, arching. Nice and slow. We're going to come all the way up to standing. So I like to come up through squat pose. But if you like to come up a different way, meet us nice and safe up to standing. Our next thing is a pulse squat. So we don't need any weights for this. Our feet are going to be about hip width apart. So sometimes we do a pulse squat with our feet wide, and it's going to be a narrow one. So let's have hands on the hips. The weight's going to be in the heels. Hips are going to shift back. If we're trying to find a chair, we'll squat, we'll pulse, and then we'll come back up. So hands on hips, and we're going to squat, pulse, stand up. Squat, pulse, stand up for 2. Squat, pulse, 3. Weight in the heels. Squat, pulse, 4. Squat, pulse, 5. Doesn't matter how much you bend your knees. Squat, pulse, 6. Any amount is working. Squat, pulse, 7. Keep your belly pulled in a little. Squat, pulse, 8. Squat, pulse, 9. Toes are light. Squat, pulse, 10. Good. Shake it out. Grab your chair for a curtsy lunge with a side crunch. We're gonna start with the chair on the left side, left hand. The right hand is gonna be just behind the head. We're gonna take the right foot over to the left. We're gonna curtsy, and we're gonna come up and then crunch that right side. Bring your right elbow towards your right knee. Go immediately into a curtsy. You might lift that right elbow, stretch that right side, and then crunch the right side. Curtsy, crunch for 3. Curtsy, crunch for 4. And it doesn't matter if your elbow and knee touch. Here's 5. Curtsy, just crunch that right side. 6. Curtsy, stretch that right side. 7. Curtsy. 8. Curtsy. 9. Curtsy. 10. Good. Bring that right foot down, right hand down. Turn around or switch your chair to the other side. Right hand on the chair, left hand behind your head, just lightly. And then bring your left foot over to the right, curtsy, lift your left elbow a little, stretch that left side, and then bring left elbow, left knee towards each other. Go immediately into a curtsy, crunch on that left side. Curtsy, 3. Curtsy, 4. Curtsy, 5. Curtsy, 6. Curtsy, 7. Curtsy, 8. Curtsy, 9. Curtsy, 10. Bring the left foot down, left hand down, shake it out. We can set the chair aside. Next thing is a side to side lunge. So let's separate our feet nice and wide. Little frog in my throat. Toes pointing out. Let's have hands on hips. It's gonna be a little lunge to your right, lunge to your left. Stay nice and tall. Right, left. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Open the knees wide. 10, 11, total of 20. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Come to center, step the feet in, shake it out, grab your chair. We're going to do a reverse lunge with a knee lift. So grab your chair, left hand will be on the chair. Right hand will be on the hip, right hip. We're going to step our right foot back, way back there, heel is up, and then lower your right knee. Now push off and lift your knee. Good. Immediately back into a reverse lunge, lower the knee, lift the knee. Lunge, knee lift 3. Lunge, knee lift 4. Doesn't matter how deep you lunge. Here's 5. Doesn't matter how high you lift your knee. Lunge, knee lift 6. Lunge, lift for 7. Lunge, lift for 8. Stay nice and tall. Lunge, 9. Lunge, 10. Bring the right foot down, turn around. Right hand on the chair, left hand on your left hip. We're going to bring that left foot back as far as it will go. Lower the left knee. Push off, lift the left knee up. Immediately go into a lunge, lower your knee. Lift for 2. Lunge, knee lift 3. Lunge, 4. Lunge, 5. Stay nice and tall. Lunge, 6. So we don't lean forward. Lunge, 7. Lunge, 8. Lunge, 9. Lunge, 10. Bring the left foot down. Good job. Set your chair aside. Shake it out a little bit. Our last one for the first round is a swinging bridge. So we're going to come down to the floor, onto your back for a bridge, but we're going to do a swinging bridge. So once we lift the hips, we're going to swing them side to side. They'll lift on one side. Boy, that those lunges always get my heart rate up. We'll lift them to the side and kind of lower it when it comes to the middle, but the hips stay off the ground. So our knees are bent, knees stacked over our heels, arms at our side. Press your waistline down into the mat and lift your hips. They don't have to be lifted high. Swing the hips over to the right. Lift that right hip higher. Come back to center. Swing them to the left. Lift your left hip higher. Good. To the right, to the left, total of 20. So here's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hips to center, lower the hips down, hug the knees into your chest, roll side to side, roll it out. That is the end of our first round. Good job. Bring your knees to center, bring your feet to the floor. So we're going to start on our left side. We've got those leg lifts and forward and back and bicycle. So lean on your left side, hips and knees stacked. Head, hips, heels in a straight line. Stretch your right leg out, top leg stretches out, it hovers. Keep it straight. We're going to lift it up and lower. Lift, lower for 2. Lift, 3, lift, 4, lift, 5. Let it hover, and the leg is centered. We're going to bring it as far forward as it will go, and back to center. Forward, center for 2. Forward, 3. Forward, 4. Keep the hips stacked. Forward, 5. Now the leg is centered. Bring it as far back as it will go, and to center. Back, 2. Back, 3. Back, 4. Back, 5. Now some bicycles. Bring your knee up and then make your leg go straight. Knee up, straighten it for 2. Big circles. Knee up, 3, knee up, 4, knee up, 5. Let's roll over onto your other side or switch to the other end. We're going to be on our right side. Support your head, hips and knees stacked, head, hips, heels in a straight line. Left leg stretches out. It's going to hover. We're going to lift it straight up, down for 1. Lift it, down for 2. Lift, 3, lift, 4, lift, 5. Let the leg hover. Hips are stacked. Bring the left leg as far forward as it will go. Back to center. Forward, center for 2. Forward, 3. Forward, 4. Forward, 5. The leg is centered. Bring it as far back as it will go and back to center. Keep your hips stacked. Bring the leg back, center for 2. Back, 3. Back, 4. Back, 5. Now our bicycles. Bring your knee up and then stretch your leg straight. Knee up, bicycle it around for 2. Knee up, 3, knee up, 4, knee up, 5. Good. Come on to hands and knees. We're going to take 3 cat breaths. So wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch, and nice and safe, make your way up to standing. Good. We're going to do our pulse squat. So a narrow stance, pulse squat. Hands on our hips, our feet are about hip width apart. Weight's going to stay in the heels, toes are light. We squat, and then one pulse, we come back up to standing. So here we're going to squat, pulse, stand up. Squat, pulse, 2. Squat, pulse, 3. Toes are light. Squat, pulse, 4. Shift your hips back. Squat, pulse, 5. Squat, pulse, 6. Belly pulls in a little. Squat, pulse, 7. Squat, pulse, 8. Squat, pulse, 9. Squat, pulse, 10. Good. Shake it out. Curtsy lunge with a side crunch. Grab your chair. Left hand on the chair. Right hand is behind the head lightly, just your fingers there. We're going to take our right foot over to the left. Curtsy. So kind of lift your right elbow, and then we're going to crunch. Bring your right elbow, right knee towards each other. Go into a curtsy. Stretch that right side. Crunch the right side for 2. Curtsy. 3. Curtsy. 4. Curtsy. 5. Curtsy. 6. Curtsy. 7. Doesn't matter how low you curtsy. Curtsy. 8. Curtsy. 9. Curtsy. 10. Bring the right foot down, right arm down. Turn around or switch your chair to the other side. Right hand is on the chair. Left hand behind the head. We're going to take the left foot over to the right behind you. Lift your left elbow, curtsy, stretch that left side, and then crunch the left side. Good. Curtsy, crunch, left elbow, left knee towards each other. Curtsy, crunch for 3. Curtsy, 4. It's kind of nice and slow. Curtsy, 5. Curtsy, 6. We're not rushing. Curtsy, 7. Curtsy, 8. Curtsy, 9. Curtsy, 10. Bring the left foot down, left hand down. Shake it out. Set your chair aside. We're going to do a side to side lunge. So our feet are wide, toes point out a little bit. We're going to stay nice and tall, hands on the hips. And we're going to bend our right knee opens out. And then bend our left knee opens out. So a little side to side. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay tall. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Come to center, step the feet together, shake it out, and reverse lunge with a knee lift. So grab your chair, left hand on the chair, right hand on the right hip. Step your right foot way back there. Right heel is off the ground. Stay nice and tall, and just think about lowering the right knee down. Push off, lift the right knee. Go into your lunge. Immediately into the lunge, lower the knee, lift the knee for 2. Lunge, knee lift 3. Lunge, knee lift 4. Lunge, knee lift 5. Lunge, knee lift 6. Lunge, knee lift 7. Lunge, knee lift 8. Lunge, knee lift 9. Lunge, knee lift 10. Bring the right foot down, shake it out, turn around. So when I say we stay tall, I just want to show you the difference. You guys probably know this already, but here's the difference. When you lunge, I don't want you leaning forward, right? We're gonna step back. We're gonna stay tall. We're balancing a book on our head, and think about just this back knee lowering. So sometimes what'll happen is you'll, seem to lean forward. That's putting more work on this front leg. We're trying to get weight into this back thigh. Nobody was doing it wrong. I just want to show you the difference. Okay, left hand on left hip. We're going to stand on our right leg. Bring the left foot way back. The heel is up off the ground. Think about lowering that back knee. Push off and lift the knee. Go immediately into our lunge. Lower the knee. Stay tall. Knee lift 2. Lunge. Knee lift 3. Lunge. Doesn't matter how low. Knee lift 4. Doesn't matter how high you lift the knee. Lunge. Knee lift 5, I think. Lunge. Knee lift 6. Lunge. Knee lift 7. Lunge. Knee lift 8. Lunge. Knee lift 9. One more. Lunge. Knee lift 10. Bring that left foot down. Shake it out. Set your chair aside. Down to the floor for swinging bridges. So come down onto your floor, onto your back. The knees are stacked over the heels, feet hip width apart, arms at your side. We're going to inhale first. Exhale, press your waist down, and then lift your hips just a little, not a high bridge. Swing them over to the right, lift your right hip a little higher. Swing them to the left, lift your left hip a little higher, total of 20. To the right, to the left. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hips to center, lower them down. Hug the knees into the chest. Let's roll it side to side. Roll it out. Good. Bring the knees to center. We're done with our 2 rounds of lower body. We're going to work our core a little bit. So let's stay on our back, and we're going to frame our back. So bring the arms, bring the hands underneath the hips. So we're kind of framing the low back. That's going to help support the low back. Palms are down. And we're going to lift our feet up off the floor. We're going to do single toe taps. So feet up off the floor, and we're going to tap the right toes down, left toes down. Keep that waistline pressing down. Right, left, a total of 20. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, press your waistline down, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hug the knees in, roll side to side. Good, we're gonna do cocoons. So the head can be the lift or the head can stay down. So we're gonna start with our feet on the floor, arms up overhead. And then we're gonna bring our hands towards our feet, hug your knees in. You can lift your head or you can keep it down. And then we'll stretch back out. The toes tap down, the arms up overhead. So we're gonna wrap into a little cocoon, open for 2, cocoon, open for 3, cocoon, open for 4, cocoon, hands to feet, open to 5, cocoon, 6, cocoon, 7, cocoon, 8, cocoon, 9, last one, cocoon, 10. Good job. Bring your arms down by your side. Keep your knees bent. We're going to do an alternate straight leg touch. So we're going to keep our right knee bent. Our left leg stretches out. Our right arm stretches up overhead. You can keep your head down for this, or you can lift it. We're going to touch our right hand to our left leg and then open up. Keep doing that same side. Right hand to left leg, open for 2. Touch, 3. Touch, 4. Touch, 5. Touch, 6. Touch, 7. Touch, 8. Touch, 9. Touch, 10. Bring your right arm down, bend your left knee. Right leg stretches out, left arm up overhead. We're going to touch our left hand to our right leg and open. Touch, open for 2. Touch, 3. Touch, 4. Touch, 5. Touch, 6. Touch, 7. Touch, 8. Touch, 9. Touch, 10. Bring your left arm down. Hug both knees into your chest. Roll side to side. Roll out your back a little bit. Knees to center. Bring your feet to the floor. Let's roll over onto your side. We're going to come up into hands and knees for a bear plank. So bear plank is like tabletop pose. So wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Keep your neck nice and long, your back flat. Curl your toes under, and you're going to lift your knees about 1 inch off the ground. So your back is nice and flat like a table. Pull your belly button up towards your spine. Spread the shoulder blades apart. Look down right between the hands. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees. Shift back into child's pose. And just wobble hips and shoulders a little side to side. Good. Make your way back up to hands and knees. We're just going to cool down with 3 cat poses, 3 cat breaths. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, rounding, tuck the chin. Inhale, stretch the belly. Let's do one more. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch, and nice and safely come up to standing. We'll cool down with 3 sun breaths. Feet hip width apart. Arms at your side. Firm up your legs. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. And you're done. Good job. We all did so good. All right, I'm going to stop the recording.